Hello and welcome to AfricaCom 2016. I'm Brett Haggard. We're here in the A Hub, powered by Ericsson, chatting to Jean-Claude Geha, President, Head of Region for Ericsson Sub-Saharan Africa. How are you doing?
Good, how are you today?
I'm very well, thanks. We're here to speak about your mobility report, which was launched this morning, and particularly some of the interesting findings that have come out of that this year. Maybe you can give me one or two of the headline findings to start with?
We're pretty happy to see that the uptake on mobile subscriptions has turned out to be very well in quarter three. Similar to last year's quarter three, Africa has added 15 million subs in the quarter. We had Nigeria adding a bit over 2 million and South Africa adding a bit less than 2 million. We're very excited about that because these markets are our biggest markets in this region.
So data featured quite prominently, and specifically data growth across the region. Maybe you can tell me a little bit about how big that data growth was and what some of the drivers for that growth are.
Data growth is substantial. It's 55% year on year, and it's driven by three major aspects. First is the smartphone availability. There are more affordable smartphones available in the African market than the sub $100. And usage on these phones is similar to usage in any other market. So the end user in this market has the same aspirations, same needs as any other end user out there. Quite a bit of video traffic, which is the majority of the traffic, data traffic, will continue to be going forward. The second driver is the movement of people, of the population in this region. Urbanization is growing fast. There's a growth in population, and most importantly, this is a young continent. 55% of the people in this continent are under the age of 15, and that profile actually drives the need and drives the utilization of mobility and broadband. And the third driver is IoT. There's a big interest in Africa. As you have fast urbanization, as you have fast growth and development, a lot of the infrastructure, a lot of the resources are becoming stressed. And this continent is finding solutions in IoT to alleviate the stress on infrastructure, be it in transport, in agriculture, medical, the medical field, in education, and so on. So right now, we have about 10 million connected devices, and we expect that to grow to 75 million by 2022.
So with this massive amount of growth that we're seeing from a subscription perspective, this massive data growth, and of course now IoT playing a big role in it, it's surely a much more competitive space for operators to be playing in. What are some of the things they should be doing to remain competitive and attractive to their customers?
The operators need to focus on the customer experience. So differentiation on price is not sufficient. There has to be more. There has to be value offered. And I think if the focus becomes more and more on value proposition towards the end user, ARPUs will tend to go up. These are learnings that we've seen in other markets. And we're helping them. We're helping them by engaging with all the stakeholders in this ecosystem to make sure the operators are successful, because the operators are our customers. We want them to succeed. Now we're working with the device manufacturers to have more affordable smartphones available on the market. We've made the announcement with MediaTek yesterday here. Our new technology when it comes to radio and core is more affordable, better, and it's more open to allow third party to come into our platforms, so that the operators can actually package more value to offer to their end users, so they can have more expert analytics to know more about the end users' needs they need to address, and to create more services. Sort of we're really innovating in a way that it's a win-win for all stakeholders. We want to make sure that the operators get a good return on investment, especially in the spectrum space. So our innovation is really now focused around that, make sure they succeed. And then we're going beyond that. We're working with regulators in this continent by bringing learnings from other regions so that the regulators have more and more options to facilitate their decisions on how and when to release spectrum across the different markets. So overall, infrastructure is necessary to support this growth, but then infrastructure has to have a good return on investment, and everybody in this ecosystem has to be happy. And our role is to ensure that everyone is happy by creating a technology, by innovating, to ensure that everybody wins at the end of the day.